everybody? Is Lord Tremendous here. Got another battle report here for you. A 2,500 point battle. Yet another list, but not the same or similar. Well, maybe similar to the other ones, but bottom line is it's still going to be new. It's still going to be different. And considering the laundry list of stuff I went through, or the laundry list of battle reports I did with the exact same list for the Alamo GT, this will be refreshing, I think. But once again, it's me, Lord Tremendous of the Warriors of Chaos, versus Slaughtermaster Marcus of the Ogres. This is my new army list. Again, you're going to see some things that are exact same. You're going to see things that are a lot different. So here we go. I have my Demon Prince still, Lord Tremendous, who's the Marquezine. She's a level 4 wizard. He's got Chaos Armor with Wings, Charm Shield, Dragonbane Gem, Other Tricks of Shard, Demon Blade, Soul Feeder, Scaled Skin, Laura Metal. My hero choices are my Exalted Hero, Tardum, the Herald of Tzeentch. She's the Marquezine. She's on the BSB. He's still my BSB. He's on a demonic mount that is not barded. He's got a great weapon, shield, third eye Tzeentch, and poisonous slime. I took the barding off because I needed the points, and because I realized his 3-up rerollable ones ward save is really all the defense he needs, and movement 8 is killer. I have a new Exalted Hero, Lady Elizabeth. Yes, she is named after my wife. So before you ask, no, she is not a psychopath, but she is now officially part of the army in some way, shape, or form. She is the Mark of Tzeentch. She's on a Chaos Steed. She's got a shield, the Sword of Change, a Luckstone, and a Chalice of Chaos. And yes, that model in the background is Lady Elizabeth, just so you know. I also have my Chaos Sorcerer, Fune, the Flame Warper. He's Mark Tzeentch. He's a level 2 wizard. He's got an Enchanted Shield, the Skull of Catan, and Laura Tzeentch. I put him in with the Warriors again. He's still using Laura Tzeentch because I really do like it. And he's got the Skull of Catan because I missed it. Rolling like a 2 for your power dice or whatever, a 3 or a 4, and then having 6 dice that you could potentially channel with, I missed having that. I missed having that crutch. And so I brought it back. My core choices are 23 by Brick of Chaos Warriors with Mark of Tzeentch, Full Command, Hand Weapon Shield, and Banner of Eternal Flame. 5 Naked Chaos Warhounds, and 2 Chariots, 1 Mark Tzeentch, and 1 Mark Slaanesh. The Slaanesh one, of course, being Orcish Elegance. My special choices consist of my 5 Hellstriders, the Pleasure Riders, with Banner Musicians, Spears, and Shields. Nope, they're not leaving the list. I still like them a lot. And the newcomers are a unit of 5 Chaos Knights with Mark of Tzeentch, Banner Musician, Ensorcelled Weapons, and the Blasted Standard. I like this unit. I've always liked Knights. I took them out of the list because their Knights are kind of hard to use in this edition. But with the Blasted Standard, they're basically less efficient skull crushers with, like I said, less efficient. They're nothing basic about them at all. But Lady Elizabeth has somewhere to go now, and I like the Knights, I like the models, and I love the Blasted Standard because it fits my playstyle. It's a gambling banner. You have a 2 to 6 chance to cut the strength of the shot in half, and then that one time out of 6, when you roll that 1 and you turn strength 3 shooting into strength 6 and you vape the unit, well, you know what? I like that. That's the way I like to play. And of course, the keystone, the spine, the backbone of my army, the Mutalith Vortex. Gotta love the beast. This is my opponent's list. He went to the Alamo GT with us as well, and he has revamped his list somewhat. Here is the new one. He has a Slaughtermaster as his general, who is a level 4 wizard. He had the Armor of Fortune, the Crown of Command, and Lord of Great Maw. His heroes included a Butcher, who was a level 2 wizard with a Dispel Scroll, the Potion of Toughness, and the Lore of Heavens, and his Bruiser, which is his BSB with the Rune Maw. His core choice was a big effing unit of 13 Iron Guts with Full Command and the Razor Standard, which pretty much took care of his entire core requirements. And he had his special choices, which were a unit of 8 Man-Eaters with Full Command. Their Been There, Done That rule was Poison and Stubborn. And they had 4 of them had extra hand weapons, 4 of them had great weapons, and they carried around the Banner of Eternal Flame. His rare choices, of course, were his Thunder Tusk and his 2x Iron Blasters. So not a huge amount of changes, but definitely kind of weird, or I should say weird, cool to see the Ogres being gone, the Ogre Bulls, and then a unit of Man-Eaters taking their place, especially with their specific kit out. You usually see them with repeater hand, brace of pistols, blah, blah, blah. So definitely an interesting list. These are my spells, 4 from Metal, 3 from Tzeentch. No, 2 from Zinj, I'm sorry. And of course the Mutilus spell, but there's no card for that. Here are his spells. He doesn't have the card, so his Slaughtermaster got Bone Crusher, Bull Gorgers, Tooth Cracker, and Troll Guts. His Butcher then got Curse of the Midnight Wind and Chain Lightning. Here's deployment, and really it's a tiny, tiny army. His Man-Eaters, Iron Guts, and Thunder Tusks sat in the middle with his Iron Blasters watching their back, and that's pretty much it. It's a tiny Ogre army. I saw his deployment, and I just surrounded it with everything. I put the Warriors up there because I was hoping if the Man-Eaters got into the forest, they'd be unsteadfast. Like an idiot, I completely forgot that they're stubborn. So, you know, win some, lose some. Everything else just kind of lined up across the table. The idea was hurt them as much as they're going to hurt me. Here's my opponent's right flank. There's his Iron Blaster to our left there with his unit of 8 Man-Eaters with his Butcher in there, the Firebelly looking model there. And here's his center. From left to right, there's his Iron Guts with his Slaughtermaster and his BSB inside. There's his Thunder Tusk, and there's his other Iron Blaster. Simple and to the point. You could literally carry them in a shoebox. My right flank is a unit of Hellstriders and my unit of Knights with Lady Elizabeth attached. And how cool is that unit? I mean, really. Here's my center, both my chariots, my BSB, my dogs, and my... and my left flank with my warriors and my demon prince. So here's top of turn 1 after movement, and as you can see, as always, I do not get to go first, because going first is for other people. Warriors go second. We want you to come to us. And that's what the Ogres did. They came flying forward. 12 inches? Better make it 14. But yeah, they came flying forward as fast as they could. His caster got Bone Crusher off on me, and I'm like, strength 2, go ahead. Yeah, of course, 1 slips through. So what can you do? And then Chain Lightning fries the dogs. It bounces to the BSB, doesn't do anything, and then it stops. So the dogs get fried, but they actually make their leadership check, or the remaining dog makes its leadership check. So that was cool. So here's bottom of 1 after movement, and as you can see, oh yeah, his cannons don't do anything. But yeah, as you can see, the Demon Prince and the BSB, the dynamic duo, go slamming into the, into the Man-Eaters because I'm just not having it. And the dog runs up to get in the way of the Iron Guts because I don't want them slamming in there and doing anything. Meanwhile, the Knights, the Hellstriders, and the Chariot move around to get a better angle at the Thunder Tusk. My other Chariot moves up to get a flank with the Iron Guts if they hit the dog and overrun. And the Mutilith moves just because why not? He's got no other targets really, so let's see what happens. The Warriors move up to get a better angle at the Iron Guts if they were to charge the dogs and overrun. There's a better shot of the Demon Prince and the BSB slamming into the Man-Eaters. During my magic phase, I get a useless spell to go off. I think it was Final Transmutation, or... no, it was Golden Hounds. I got it off on his cannon that was in front of me. It don't end up doing anything. It goes off Irresistible Force. I miscast 10... and I lose 3 wizard levels. So all I have left at the bottom of 1 is Glittering Robes. So outstanding! During combat, however, the Man-Eaters get pulverized by my Demon Prince. I do 8 attacks with the Demon Blade. All 8 hit, all 8 wound. He's got no saves against Strength 6, and 2 die, 1 takes a wound. It was breathtaking. Meanwhile, the BSB gets into a fight with his captain, the Man-Eater captain. He doesn't take any wounds, and he ends up putting like 4 or 5 through on the captain and kill him. So yeah, there it is right there. He gets +1 initiative for killing the captain, which isn't great because he's got a freaking great weapon. But bottom line is, holy God, I do like 12 wounds to these guys, but they're stubborn and they stay. So here's top of 2 after movement, and as you can see, the Iron Guts charging the dogs because what other choice do they have? The Thunder Tusk tries to charge my Knights and fails, and the Iron Blasters just kind of move around a little bit to get a better angle or a better shot at whatever it is they want to shoot. There's a better picture of the surviving Pooch just wanting to die. He wants to be back with his pack. There's the failed charge from the Thunder Tusk. And while during his magic phase, his Slaughtermaster is able to force feed +1 toughness on his Man-Eaters. He rolls a miscast 3. The big template gets placed over his head. And while the Slaughter Master is able to stay on the table, he rolls like a 5 in order to stick around. He is able to kill off another Iron Gut, well, one Iron Gut, and put 2 wounds on another. So I guess that's something. It does minimal damage, really. Over here, though, he gets +1 toughness on his man-eaters, so bummer. Orcish Elegance catches the cannonball from the Iron Blaster across the table and dies a horrible death. And in combat, the Demon Prince is able to kill another. Is able to put through another 3 wounds on the slaughter on the man-eaters. He is able to actually wound himself as well, which always hurts. And during regular combat, my BSB issues a challenge. His Butcher accepts, and he is able to put. I think I flubbed, to be honest. I'm not sure if the Butcher takes a wound or not. Maybe 1. But he's able to slip a wound through on my BSB, and so yeah, I think we end up winning this combat, but again, they're stubborn, so it doesn't matter. So here's bottom of 2 after movement, and there's been some. My Knights and my Chariot slam into the Thunder Tusk, and my Warriors, although they did try to charge the Iron Guts in the flank, they failed miserably. So it is what it is. Meanwhile, the Mutalith continues to move around. I'm giving his cannon something to shoot at, really, and I'm just trying to get his Rune Maw to not work so I can make them stupid or something. His Iron Guts. There's a better picture of the Knights with Lady Elizabeth and the Tzeentch Chariot slamming into the Thunder Tusk. And there's a better shot at the failed charge from my Warriors into the Iron Guts. During combat, more happens. My Demon Prince flubs. He puts another wound on himself. No, I'm sorry. He flubs. He doesn't put another wound on himself. The Great Weapon Totem Man-Eater does, and that hurts. I put another wound on the Butcher. I think I might lose this combat, to be honest with you, but they're steadfast with the BSB. Obviously, the Demon Prince doesn't go anywhere, and my BSB sticks. In this combat, I flub a little bit. I won't lie to you. I lose 1 knight because, they're still knights. I flub a little bit. I'm only able to get 3 wounds through on the Thunder Tusk. I was just not able to wound, unfortunately. But I still win combat, and unfortunately, the crazy little bastard stays. So here's top of 3 after movement. And yeah, the Iron Guts just kind of reform, and the Iron Blasters just kind of move around to get better shots at whatever it is they want to shoot at. The cannonball bounces and hits a warrior, and it hits the warriors, and only 1 dies though, so that's not so bad. Meanwhile, the Man-Eaters are still getting beat up by the Demon Prince. He's able to heal a wound with his Soul Feeder, and my BSB flubs. No, I'm sorry, he doesn't flub. He puts 1 more wound on the Butcher, so he's sitting on 1 wound left. And again, I win this combat. They're stubborn. They don't care. However, in this combat over here, I'm able to put another couple of wounds through on the Thunder Tusk and make him break, and we run him down because I did not want him coming back. So here's bottom of 3 after movement, and as you can see, there has been a little bit. My Demon Prince, or I'm sorry, my Knights turn to face the cannon because I'm hoping he's not going to be able to shoot me, because if he can't angle it in such a way that it's not going to hit his his Iron Guts, then he can't do it. However, he could always grape shot me, and then I'd have to rely on my Blasted Standard to help me. Meanwhile, the Mutalith moves up because he's got to go after that Iron Blaster that's up there. It's just doing too much damage. And the Warriors turn to get ready to go after the Iron Guts, with the Hellstraters just trying to get in the way. During my magic phase, I'm able to get Glittering Robes off on the Warriors just in case the Iron Guts come in there and get a hold of them. And in combat, I kill another Man-Eater, and these bastards just won't break. And of course, my BSB flubs his rolls against the damn Butcher. I'm really getting sick of my dice at this point. No, wait, no, I take that back. That's later. Sorry. Yeah, I am actually able to kill the Butcher. I get +1 armor save, which is kind of nice. Now he's got a 2-up in combat instead of a 3-up. But yeah, I am able to kill the Butcher. Sorry, I jumped the gun. My notes get mixed up sometimes. So here's top of 4 after movement, and the worst possible thing that could happen happens. My BSB gets hit in the flank by the huge unit of Iron Guts. Bummer. Yeah, shoot. Not looking good here at all. His magic phase doesn't really do anything, but in his shooting phase I catch a break, and his cannon misfires 5. spins around and shows his back to me. So that's something at least. In combat, I get another wound put on me. I flub beautifully with my BSB. I don't do anything to the Iron Guts, I don't think. Maybe I do, I don't remember. But I lose combat by 4 or 5. I need a 5 or a 4 to stay. I fail both of them, and my BSB dies. He breaks and dies. Meanwhile, the Iron Guts just turn to reform because they're not going to go anywhere. So here's bottom of 4 after movement, and at this point it's just like go for broke. The Warriors slam into Iron Guts, the Chariots slam into the Iron Guts, the Knights go into the Iron Blaster, and my Mulith, while he does try, he fails to hit the Iron Blaster, but he needed like 11 to do it, so I wasn't shocked. Right here, I know this is a terrible, terrible, stupid idea, but I need to do something to these Iron Guts, and I don't have anything else. I might as well go for it, right? Over here, the Knights and Lady Elizabeth go after the Cannon Boy. Magic is useless, shooting doesn't exist, and the Knights are able to really get a hold of the Iron Blaster and run him down. I put like 2 or 3 wounds on him, and he doesn't do anything back, and I'm able to run him down when he breaks, so that was cool. Over here, everything goes left field. I'm able to just put a couple of wounds through on the Man-Eaters, and I don't Soul Feed or anything, and they put another couple of wounds on me, so he's hanging on by a prayer. I think I lose this combat, but I'm unbreakable, so it doesn't matter. And then the Warriors, again, just get decimated. It was humiliating. I couldn't do anything to him. My impact hits basically bounce off. I miss with most, if not all, of my attacks. My unit champion gets pulverized by his Slaughtermaster. It's embarrassing. I mean, it's really embarrassing that they're giving it up like this. So I end up losing like 10 guys, and I only do a handful of wounds. I lose by 6, and I don't stick around. The Warriors get run down because they roll like a 3 to flee. In all fairness, the Iron Guts only roll like a 5 to pursue, and the Chariot flees. It's really freaking painful. So we go to top of 5 after movement, and really there's not a whole lot. His Iron Guts reform to face what little of my army is left, and his Iron Blaster turns to either kill the Chariot or the Knights. He hasn't decided yet. In combat, finally, my idiot dice rally for me, and I roll average, and I'm able to put the last 5 wounds through on the stupid Man-Eaters and kill them. The Iron Guts make their panic check, but now I've turned to face that last Iron Blaster because now it's got to go. Just bottom of 5 after movement, and as you can see, my Chariot rallied, the Mutalith and the Demon Prince charge an Iron Blaster and make it, so that's awesome. Magic is a wash because all I've got is the Mutalith and the Demon Prince, and neither of them are going to benefit from Glittering Robes. So we beat up the Iron Blaster pretty good. I can't remember if we kill it or if it flees, but either way, we pursue it, kill it, it's gone. That's all that matters. I get the points, and that's where the Demon Prince and Mutalith end up. So here's top of 6 after movement. His Iron Guts charge a Chariot, and the Chariot is not having it and flees. I was like, nope, I'd rather lose 120 points that way, or possibly lose 120 points with a flee, rather than let the Iron Guts get a hold of me and kill me, no problem. Yep, there's a better charge, a better shot of the Chariot going F that and fleeing from the Iron Guts charge. During his magic phase, he irresistible forces through Bone Crusher. He was just hoping to vape the Chariot. He actually does. He half vapes it. But the ensuing miscast 6 puts a few more wounds under the Iron Guts. Not that it really matters. Bottom of 6, I'm not coming near him. I'm not charging with anything. This is the end of the game. Quick timeout. Banners, banners, banners. Get you some banners. Look at the banners. You want the banners. You need the banners. You can't live without the banners. If you don't get some banners, you're in the wrong. Don't be in the wrong. Send this guy an email. Go check him out on Facebook. Get yourself a banner. It's totally worth it. Totally easy. Relatively cheap. You can handle this. Just figure it out. It's not going to hurt you anything to shoot him an email real quick just to ask. Just inquire. Who knows? Maybe you'll get him on a good day and he'll be like, you know what? I feel like doing a freebie. He won't, but you know, you never know. So, yeah, get yourself a banner. It's worth it. weapons, get yourself some tokens, counters, whatever you want to call them. Wound counters, status effects, augments, hacks, mutilus spells, Eye of the Gods, whatever you need them for, this girl makes them. Hit her up with an email and say, hey, I was wondering how much something like this would cost. And she's going to be like, no more than $10, you know, for whatever it is. They're usually dirt cheap. They're great quality. If you watch my battle reports, everybody in my gaming group uses them. Not only do we use them, we endorse them. By all means, get yourself some tokens. It's worth it. So yeah, we total up the points, and I was able to barely squeak out a victory here. 1,320 points for me, 1,140 points for him. Barely a victory. It was so close to being a draw, it should have been. It was like 180 points between us. Barely pulled this one out. It didn't even feel like a victory. It felt like paying my dues. It really did. The Warriors cast lost the Warriors, Tardum, Fune, the Warhounds, and Orcish Elegance. The Ogres ended up losing 2 Iron Blasters, Thunder Tusk, Butcher, and the Man-Eaters. Basically everything that wasn't in the Iron Gut brick. It was a damn good game. I am loving this new list. I do like the way it works. I do like the way it feels. The Knights are a wonderful addition. Lady Elizabeth is a wonderful addition. I really can't complain about this list. The problem is Man-Eaters are no joke, and I treated them like one, and I almost lost my Demon Prince for it. So definitely going to be giving the Man-Eaters more respect from now on. But they are a damn good combat army, and I enjoyed this game. I really did. My Demon Blade did 8 wounds in 1 turn to the Man-Eaters, though. Oh, yeah. That was nice. I enjoyed that. I love the way the new list feels, the way it, you know, the feng shui that I'm looking for, you know. I know that's lame, but it's the way I feel. Not to mention Lady Elizabeth and Fune, the new characters that I have are awesome. I really like having the Laura Zinch back in the list. I really like having another Exalted Hero in the list. I like where this list is going. I don't believe that it's completely there yet, but at the same time, I feel that I'm a lot closer to what my future list will be. I'm noticing a few things that I want to change about the list. Some things people probably won't like. Some things people will probably love. But we'll see. We'll see. I could change them and go right back. But there are still some changes I'm going to make to the list eventually. I play a couple more games with this list just because it was an all-day Saturday thing. I wasn't going to make a new list. But it was a great game. I'm up against a really talented opponent, and we have an immediate rematch, believe it or not. So, yeah. Next battle report, exact same mirror match. Just real quick because we wanted to try our new lists again. But that's going to do it for this battle report, guys. Number 53. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I'm really loving the new lists that I'm trying out. Being able to start from formula is really a lot of fun, especially when you're so used to playing a specific list. I hope you guys are enjoying them. The games are a lot closer, this game was a lot closer. The other games are really one-sided, but you get what I mean. But yeah, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints, feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, guys, thanks.